Croix or Pub to part 3 of the UK PSN spring sale. Let's continue with the games. A really cool VR game next, LA Noire The VR Case Files. It was released in 2020, so it was only a year old, and it's on a 50% discount for the good price of £12.49. This is a VR detective game that requires Move controllers, so if you don't have them you can't play it. In the game you play as a detective Cole Phelps in 1947 LA, investigating 7 cases rebuilt specifically for VR, where you get to experience brutal crimes including arson and homicide, taking notes along the way and interrogating witnesses to try and solve each crime. This is an absolutely brilliant game and is exactly the sort of thing that VR was built for. If you liked LA Noire, or has piqued your interest, you should grab your PSVR unit and check it out, because it's well worth your time. A great game for kids next, LEGO Marvel Superheroes. It was released in 2013, so it's 8 years old, but it's on a 75% discount for a price of £8.74, which is pretty decent for a LEGO game. This is a third-person action and adventure game, where you get to play an original story crossing the entire Marvel universe, playing as all the Marvel superheroes that you love, plus many, many more. This is great fun for all the family, and young and old will have fun alike playing it. Especially considering it's co-op and you can play it together, it's a good bonding opportunity for parents and kids. Our next game is Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite Standard Edition. It was released in 2017, so it's 4 years old, and is on a 75% discount for the price of £8.74, which is really good. This is a fighter game where Ultron Sigma has began the eradication of all biological life, and now heroes from Marvel and Capcom arise together from the rubble to stand against him, with the only hope being the Infinity Stones. It features tag battles and up to 8-player online multiplayer. Fans of this long-running series from way back in the arcade days will know what to expect. And for anyone looking for a fighter game that just has characters they really like in it, this is a really good quality fighting game, so if you like Marvel or Capcom, why not take a look at it? Next up is Metro Exodus. It was released in 2019, so it's 2 years old, and is on a 70% discount for the price of £10.49, which is pretty decent. This is a first-person shooter where you flee the shattered ruins of dead Moscow, where you embark on an epic journey across post-apocalyptic Russia, exploring with stealth and combat to survive the horror that is the remains of Russia. The Expansion Pass DLC is also on sale for £9.99, 50% discount, so if you own this game and you've been waiting to pick up the DLC, this might be a good opportunity for you as well. For anyone else, this is a great entry in a good first-person shooter series. If you're up for a bit of post-apocalyptic survival shooting, you can't go far wrong with this series. Another fighter game now, Moto Kombat XL. It was released in 2016, so it's 5 years old, and is on a 70% discount for the price of £11.99, which is really good because this edition includes all 9 DLC characters, including the movie ones. In this game, you continue the fight for Earth against the armies of Outworld in this legendary fighting series that goes way back. You get to play as all the classic characters, plus additional DLC ones, including Alien, Predator, Leatherface, Goru, Triborg, and more as well. The newer ones are on sale, but they're not great deals, and this includes a load of DLC characters as well. So as far as more combat games go in this sale, this is the much better deal, as long as you don't mind it not being the latest one. Moto GP 20 is next. It was released in 2020, so it's only a year old, and is on at least a 75% discount for a price of £12.49 or £9.99 if you've got PS Plus. This is a bike racer with improved career management, where you get to play as an existing official team or a completely new one. You get to customize your bike and rider, but also play as historical legendary riders, or even create custom events for you and your friends to play online, or just play online with 13-player online multiplayer. This is a pretty recent addition of the game, so fans of MotoGP or people looking to get into a bike racer might want to check this out, as it's pretty decent value. Similar to the last game, MXGP3 Special Edition. It was released in 2017, so it's 4 years old, and is on at least an 85% discount for the price of £5.99 or £3.99 with PS Plus. This is a motocross racer that includes £8 worth of DLC in the Season Pass. This is the only officially licensed motocross game with completely new graphics and gameplay for this edition, and you get to race on 18 official tracks with all riders and bikes from the 2016 MXGP and MX2 seasons, with more than 300 official customization components available for them. So there's a lot of content included, and it's definitely one for fans of motocross. especially considering it has all of the official licenses, at a really cheap price. A bit of a niche game next, One Punch Man, a hero nobody knows. It was released in 2020, so it's only a year old, and it's on a 75% discount for the price of £12.49, which isn't bad. This is a fighter game where you get to play as your favourite hero, or create your own including your powers and abilities, featuring a dynamic 3 vs 3 fighting system, with events as seen in the anime, and it also includes local and online 2-player multiplayer. I say this is niche because it requires you to be a fan of One Punch Man, which there are a lot of people, but not compared to fans of other fighting franchises. So if you're looking for a fighting game, you might want to look elsewhere, but if you're a big fan of One Punch Man, then look no further than this game. An arcade racer is next, Onrush Deluxe Edition. It was released in 2018, so it's 3 years old, and is on a 75% discount for the price of £3.24, which is really cheap. This edition includes extra vehicle designs, artwork and tombstones as well. So you get to celebrate gravity-defying arcade racing with this game, and it's over-the-top fun. This game is all about style, flair and takedowns, race on the edge of control, risking everything to claim victory. So if you're looking for a racing game but you want it a bit more fun, and a lot less serious, then look no further than this. You'll probably like it a lot. Phantom Doctrine is our next game. It was released in 2018, so it's 3 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for the low price of £6.59, which is really good. This is a turn-based strategy game, set during the Cold War, where you get to take control of a secret organisation called the Cabal, and try to prevent a global conspiracy that seeks to pit leaders and nations against each other. It's full of secret missions, investigations, and interrogations. If you're a fan of turn-based strategy, like the XCOM series, then you should really enjoy this. Especially if you're looking for a turn-based strategy with a different theme and story, because this one looks really awesome. It definitely interests me, and I might even pick it up myself in another sale. An indie game next, Planet of the Eyes. It was released in 2017, so it's 4 years old, and is on an 80% discount for the low price of £1.59, which is dirt cheap. This is a puzzle platformer where you play as a stranded service robot on a mysterious planet, where you must explore the planet finding logs from your creator to uncover the purpose behind your creation while hopefully finding a way to escape the planet as well. This won a few awards when it came out, and is pretty well thought of, so if you're looking for a nice little puzzle platformer for a really cheap price, this will interest you a lot. So check it out. We have a point-and-click adventure next, Randalls Monday. It was released in 2016, so it's 5 years old, and it's on a 70% discount for the low price of £3.44. In this game you get to experience Randall's crazy space-time odyssey Monday, as he embarks on an adventure packed full of 30 years of geek culture references. It melts classic point-and-click adventure with modern geek culture. So if you're an old-school fan of point-and-click adventures, and you love a load of geek references like the Ready Player One book and movie, then this is right up your alley. So why not take a look at it? A horror game now, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. It was released in 2017, so it's 4 years old, and is on a 50% discount for £7.99, which is really good for a Platinum game. This is a survival horror that's fully playable in VR, so if you have a PSVR headset and you don't own this game, but you love survival horror games, this is essential and you should just buy it now, seriously. In this game you explore a derelict plantation in Louisiana, searching for your long-presumed dead wife Mia, but the menace of the Baker family stand in your way, out to capture and torture you. Can you survive long enough to find your wife? And there's also a huge amount of other Resident Evil games on sale, including the remasters of the originals and the remake of Resident Evil 2, which is on a pretty good discount as well. So if you're a big fan of Resident Evil, you may want to look around to see what other ones you can pick up as well, because there's loads of them on sale, and some of them are pretty good deals too. Next we have another bike racer, Ride 2 Special Edition. It was released in 2016, so it's 5 years old, and is on a 90% discount for the price of £4.49, which is dirt cheap, especially considering this edition includes 8 DLC of 39 extra bikes and 20 helmets, which is a lot of content. In this game you get to race over 200 motorbikes across over 30 worldwide racetracks, including legendary ones such as the Nürburgring, with 16 game modes included, featuring customizable riders and bikes with over 20 brands of items to use. So there's a huge amount of content included in this. If you're a fan of bikes, and you don't mind there's an older edition of the game, then you'll have a lot of fun with this game, and a lot of content for your money as well. Up next is Scribblenauts Mega Pack. It was released in 2018, so it's 3 years old, and it's on a 75% discount for a price of £6.24, which is really good because this bundle includes both the original game and the DC Superhero spin-off as well. This is a very unique series that puts you in scenarios with a specific objective, and then it's up to you to solve the puzzle by conjuring literally anything you want out of thin air, so as to build an on fire, make it rain, or summon a fire engine, or a flood. There's literally no limit other than your imagination on how you choose to solve these puzzles. And also the spin-off is full of DC superheroes in hilarious situations for you to experience. This is a great fun puzzle game that I played on DS years ago, and I would highly recommend it for anyone that likes unique puzzle games, because there really is nothing else like this around. And the DC superhero spin-off just makes it look a lot more fun to me than the standard edition. So take a look at it if you like any of what I've just said. Sid Meier's Civilization 6 is our next game. It was released in 2019, so it's 2 years old, and is on a 75% discount for a price of £11.24, which is really good because it includes 4 DLCs, which are the Viking Scenario Pack, Poland, Austria and Persia Civilizations, and Scenario Packs. In this game you get to build your empire in this legendary series by exploring new land, researching new technology, and conquering your enemies, playing as history's most renowned leaders to build the greatest civilization the world has ever known. Fans of these games won't need much convincing, but if you've always wanted to play a grand strategy game, this is a great price to get in on a great franchise, and try it out for yourself. More side-scrolling shooting next with Sign Mora EX. It was released in 2017, so it's 3 years old, and is on at least a 70% discount for a price of £4.79 or £3.19 with PS Plus. This is a great modern side-scrolling shooter with huge boss battles, great 3D visuals and varied gameplay. It features 3 versus modes, new challenge levels, local 2-player co-op and added English voiceovers, and even an optional new 16:9 aspect ratio. So fans of side-scrolling shooters should definitely look at this, and for anyone else interested, it may just be worth a go for this price. A really great game next, Sniper Elite 4 Digital Deluxe Edition. It was released in 2017, so it's 4 years old, and is on a 90% discount for the price of £6.99, which is brilliant. This is a third-person shooter, and this edition includes the full £29 Season Pass DLC of new missions, weapons, characters and weapon skins, which is a great value. In this game you get to experience the definitive sniper franchise, with huge levels, tactical gameplay, with epic long shots as you fight to liberate wartime Italy. It features 2-player local co-op and 4-player online multiplayer. In general, this is the definitive sniping franchise, so if you're a fan of that sort of thing, you can't go far wrong with this game. Have a look at it. Okay guys, that's the end of part 3. I'll see you in part 4.